Hi there, good morning everyone. Thank you so much for coming on board and watching my video this morning. Look, I'm excited to be here to shoot this video with you and just to share with you, some thoughts and ideas that I came across as I go through my journey as a stay-at-home mom, working full-time from home, absolutely loving it. And that I would like to share with you this morning something that I thought about as I went, as I basically walked through my dreams, I guess, or my vision. And I came across something very, very important, that will basically help, each and every one of us in fulfilling what it is that we're wanting to fulfill in life, and that is persistence and patience. Now, I for one, I sometimes get very, very impatient at times, and it's not a bad thing at all, but it's also something that we've also got to realize as we go through life in our everyday journey, hoping and wishing and and trying to get somewhere in life as quick as possible. Well, sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. A lot of the time, as we all know, when we come on board and we get into something new, there's a lot of patience on our part, and especially when we are into a business where we're on our own. It's a business of our own. We've got to treat it like a business rather than a hobby, and sometimes we do tend to mix the two up. and I mean, it's funny as it may sound, but that's how a lot of us look at home businesses. And look, I tell you what, it's mind-blowing, the experiences that we've had with the business that I'm with right now. And I mean, the team, they are mind-boggling, I tell you, because everybody is in there working their butt off, and just absolutely making results, and I mean, they're making money. But you know what, it didn't come easy. It didn't come like just like that, from a drop of a hat and you get there. No, there's a lot of hard work. And I mean, we say that this is a lot of work, but in any businesses out there, whether you're working in a job or for yourself or for somebody else, we are all working hard. It's just a matter of working smarter rather than working harder. So that brings me to the topic that I'm talking to you about right now. It's being persistent and being patient as well. So yes, absolutely. I want to share with you a story, that it actually hit me when I actually came on board I2G and actually become a stay-at-home mom full-time, and basically doing this from home. And I tell you what, my husband, right, he loves fishing. Anything to do with fishing, he is there. And I tell you what, our family seems to be, that's our outing time, is to actually go out and sit at the beach or at a fishing spot, and we would sit for hours, hours and hours on end, while he throw his rod. We don't have a boat, but we go out to whatever spots that my husband takes us to, and he would throw his rod out and we would sit there for hours. And I tell you, sometimes I am up to here with like, okay, let's just go home now. We haven't caught anything, but that's fine, let's just go home now. But that's where persistence comes in. My husband taught me a very, very good lesson there. And not until I came onto I2G that I realized the meaning of persistence and patience. Now, when my husband, for a couple of years now, we would go fishing, You know, we sometimes we would catch some, and sometimes we just don't. You know, most of the time we don't catch anything. Now, the thing is, my husband just loves to go fishing, whether he catches anything or not. You know, and you know, one day, just lately, we would go to the beach, right? And we would go to this spot, and we would see all the other people on the side catching fish, and we were like, what do they do? You know, what are they using? You know, what tools are these people using to catch these fish? And how come we're not catching it? I'm pretty sure we're using exactly the same thing as they are. and you know, and that was the funny thing. Not so long ago, my husband went out on you know, just an outing day with his sons, and he told us this story. And he said, well, I was watching the guys right next to us. They were, you know, catching the fishes like us. So I went over to the guy who was catching the most fish, and I said to him, hey, look, mate, you know, I just want to ask, you know, just a question as to, you know, what are you doing? You know, are you using something special? You know, what kind of bait are you using? Or, you know, what kind of hooks are you using? And the guy actually turned and told my husband, well, show me what you are currently using. What are you using to catch your fish? Anyway, my husband actually showed him, you know, the hooks and the baits. And the obviously the rod that he was using, and the guy goes, oh mate, what are you trying to catch with that hook? I mean, those hooks that you're using, are you trying to catch a crocodile or a shark or something? And I mean, this is funny, but I mean, it actually opened, you know, my husband's eyes and his whole perspective as to fishing, you know, and why he was not catching any fish. You know, apparently there are different ways and different things and different tools that we all get to use, you know, regardless of what it is that we do, you know, and that's in life in general, you know. And this guy actually showed my husband the baits that he was using, and the hooks that he was using, and the actual fishing rod that he was using. And you know, these little baits that he was using, and I mean, and the hooks he was using, I would look at it and think, you know, I don't think any fish would actually, you know, bite these little baits and the hooks and all that. Anyways, my husband actually went out and bought those and tried it out, and guess what? He actually caught 10 fish 10 fish right there and then. And I mean, it was just you should see the smile on his face when he came home and he told us the experience that he had that day. And my son, who was actually with him on the day, previously had already given up. He just went along because his dad was, you know, just loved fishing, so he just wants to go and keep him company. But on this particular day, they were really excited about it, about actually catching the fish, you know, these many fishes for the first time. And you know, came home really happy, excited, and they wanted to go back every time my husband had a bit of a day off from work or have time off and family time away. So absolutely, that, you know, this is what it's all about being persistent and being patient. You know, we've got to get out there and basically do what we've got to do. You know, we've got to ask around the people who are actually successful. You know, we've got to get out there and, you know, stop being shy, stop being, you know, thinking, oh yeah, my way is the way or the only way. Get out there, you know, listen to those who are basically making the money. You know, you've got to go out to where the money is, you know, and that's what it is, guys. I mean, that actually opened my eyes when I actually, you know, that story, you know, about the fishing, you know, with my husband. And I mean, he loves fishing, you know, and I've also come to realized that with the business that I'm in right now with I2G, well, previously to that I was with another company and I was not making anything for 6 months. And when I came on to I2G, I tell you what, I actually made money on my second week, you know, and I've never learned anything in the other company, you know, than I did with I2G when I came on board. And I have learned quite a lot. And the thing is being basics. Just stick to the basics, you know, and ask around. You know, if you're pretty new like myself, I'm only new to online marketing, you know, look, you've got to get out there and find out what other people are doing. And the greatest thing that I love about I2G, and this is the difference, you know, that I actually found when I was with the other company, is that if you ask a question or if you're stuck with something, right, you would ask someone, you know, oh, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? They'll send you to a video, right? They'll give you a link to go into that video or that information to find out the answer to a simplest question, you know. And sometimes those links, you actually have to pay to get the information out of those links. And I mean, with I2G, honestly, I mean, all I have to do is, you know, I just go, hey, you know, this is Tamara, look, I'm stuck on this, can anybody help, you know. And everybody is there like, you know, bees coming on board and just wanted to grab you, you know. And that's what the beautiful thing about I2G, you know, every single one in that team actually wants to help you out, you know, regardless of what backgrounds you come from, whether you're up the top or at the bottom, wherever, you're definitely going to get the help that you need, you know, to actually become successful. I mean, the top earners, you know, where in the world would you find a company that you're literally going to talk to the actual CEO or the top earners of that company? Never. You know, I've been in companies that I've worked for in many years, in 10 odd years. I've never actually met the actual CEO of their company. But with I2G, you actually get to meet, you know, the top earners, and I mean like $1 million earners right there every day, day in, day out, 10 times a day if you like, you know. They are there for you, you know, they are there to help you out, and you will not get that anywhere. Trust me, you will not get that anywhere else. And I'm so proud to say that, you know, I've come on board with I2G full-heartedly. You know, don't get me wrong, you know, when I came on with I2G, you know, being new like everybody else, being new online, obviously you're gonna get out there and you're gonna go looking elsewhere at all the little, you know, bright shining objects that comes up and all that. I'm guilty of that too myself, you know, because that's what we are. We are human, you know. We don't expect too much out of yourself, you know. If you think you're gonna come in and you're gonna be perfect straight away, no one is ever perfect. Even the $1 million earners are not perfect. But, you know, that's what we are. That's what we are here for. You know, we're here to work as a team, and we're here to learn off each other. You know, not everybody knows everything, you know. Even the CEOs don't know everything, you know. But it's all about trial and error. You know, we're out there, you know, we try new things. We work out how good it is, and then we just, you know, we go one step at a time. If we take it, stick to the basics. As I said, stick to the basics and you will get there, you know. And absolutely, I am loving my life right now. You know, I get to be home with my children and my family. And I tell you what, you know, being success, it's all up here. You know, being that, you know, being the person that you want to be, or what you would like your family to be in the next couple of months, is all up here. You know, it's all up in your mindset. You know, wherever it is, or whatever it is, or however it is, you know, it all comes down to how you really feel about why you're doing what you're doing, you know. And I mean, I can't stress that enough to you. I mean, if your whys is bigger than your why not, you are going to go a long, long way. You know, these days, excuses does not get us anywhere anymore these days. And you know, I love to you know, come to you, you know, with an open heart and open mind, just to let you into the world that we are currently living, and we're absolutely loving it. You know, the leaders of the I2G team, they're absolutely wonderful. They are there to help you out, regardless of what background you come from, whether you're new, whether you're you know, experienced online marketer. It doesn't really matter. You know, we're here to work as a team to build each other up, you know. And you know, money is not everything, but it helps. You know, it helps our struggles. You know, we struggle every single day, and we hear of it every single day. So why not us take the opportunity to become, you know, financially free? You know, why not? You know, even God himself, he sends us here for a purpose, to live the life. You know, he did not create this world for us to come and be poor. He did not create this world for us to come and be lazy. You know, he created this world for us to come and prosper, you know, and learn. You know, we will never stop learning. We're never too old to learn. And you know, with that, guys, I'm excited as I am right now. I can go on. I can go on forever, you know, about this business opportunity that I'm with right now. I'm excited about it. I live it. I breathe it. I enjoy it. I love it, you know. And like I said, you know, I'm going to go do some more fishing, you know, because now I know how to catch the fish. Not a shark, not a crocodile. Just catch just normal fish for my family. So with that, my dear, you know, brothers and my sisters out there, my goodness, I don't know what else to say that is going to tell you how grateful I am. You know, my team, they're an amazing team. You know, I try my best to connect with them, you know, as I go through my process, you know, my progress. I mean, I'm also new, and I'm also learning at the same time. So, but the thing is, we all learn together. You know, we all come in and we all learn together. We're not perfect, but we will get there one step at a time. So with that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me today. Bye for now.